Does faith equal trust? Trust? Or is your faith only in you? So this week, guys, I want to talk about faith and trust while you're in the storm. I'm continuing this series on life's storms and how we're waiting in that quiet time when God is working and trying to shape us, what we can actually do to ensure we don't go crazy. So guys, welcome back to the show, Chasing Happiness. I'm Ryan Dement, your host. If you like what I'm talking about, please share, comment, and please subscribe. 95% of you guys that are watching the videos today are not subscribers, so please subscribe. All right, guys, does faith equal trust? It sure does. It's something that's taken me 51 years to realize. There is several verses out of the Bible, again, putting your face into the good book, that talk about faith and trust. We trust a Uber driver to get us from point A to point B, a bus driver to get us from pickup to drop off, an airplane pilot. You don't know who he is or she. You don't know if they went out partying the night before or, I don't know, didn't get enough sleep. Whatever the case is, we have faith in all these individuals. When we really can't see them, at times we can see them, but there's times we can't. But none of us can see God, and we lack faith. We lack trust. Why is that? It's because we can't touch it or feel it or control it. So those are the three things I'm going to go over today: touch, control, and feel. So the touching piece, God, all we can do is connect with God in the Bible. Well, how can we touch and reach out to him? Daily conversations. I do it every single morning, go out on a walk with my dog, and I just have a conversation. That's touching. That's having a conversation. And those conversations don't always have to be me talking. Sometimes it's just I say something and I shut up and I'm quiet. And maybe things will pop into my mind. Maybe something when I'm reading somewhere or I'm talking to somebody, something comes to me. But that touch point every single day is what I actually need to get myself over the hump. It starts my day out right. I've said that many times on this podcast. If I do not start out reading the Bible in the morning, putting my face in the good book, my anxiety goes pretty much off the charts because I'm anxious and worrying about everything that's going on in my business, everything that I have going on in my personal life. It just becomes, it's helter-skelter. It's just not worth it. And lastly, on touch, are we ever going to be able to truly understand how God works? No. God's timing is perfect timing, and it's always on time. He knows better than us. He's created us for a reason, and all the mistakes that we're making along the way because we wanted to live our own life or we wanted to go after plan B or plan C didn't work out. He knew that already. So be prepared for that. So on the feel side, I describe feel as how my insides are doing. And am I content? Am I joyful? Am I happy? Am I at peace? That is the biggest thing with peace. I always thought peace was a lack of issues, or sorry, I shouldn't say lack, that my life would not have issues or problems. I'm not a professional, but in all the times I've read in the Bible, and I'm doing a 1-year Bible read so far, everything that I've found, it never says, Jesus or God ever says that you're not going to have rough patches or storms in your lives. It does say that you follow God and Jesus, that you will have peace. And for the longest time, I did not understand what that meant. One of the biggest things that I ask on a daily basis, and I thank God for, is thank you for protecting my family, and thank you for protecting me and keeping us all safe. That's part of peace for me, because peace is, with what I've got going on in life on the business side, peace is probably the most valuable aspect of my life at this moment. And I say that because I need to be able to sleep at night, wake up, and get at it the next day. Peace for me, it feels like a superpower, because even in a storm, I'm still going to have a smile on my face. I'm still going to be sarcastic that I usually am. But I'm not going to lead on to others to tell them, "Oh yeah, I'm struggling and this is what I'm going through," and change my demeanor. That's not going to happen. Is it something I have to fight for every single day? Yes. Because also in this is, when you're under the gun for getting things done or financially strapped, or you're in that storm, when someone either picks on you or calls you out or criticizes you, you typically will react to it. But when you have peace, it's like water off your back. You're moving on. And the best way to describe it is, yeah, I'll get a couple jabs in there, but I'm not going to try to get after them. I'm just going to move on. It's just not worth it. Sometimes you can really tell right up front when you're having a conversation with somebody if he or she's going to be able to have an intellectual conversation about a topic that they think they know best about. But when that happens and they just immediately start screaming, yelling, and trying to shut you down, I'll listen and I'll just say, "Thank you for letting me know." And I typically will walk away, because at that point, I don't even want to spend my time with you, because it's not going to get through. You are pretty angry and pretty upset about whatever the topic we are discussing, and reasoning and your logic have gone out the door. As I went down another rabbit hole, that was feel. We've got touch, and we've already worked on that. The other piece of both of those, feel and touch, is being able to envision what your life is supposed to look like, and then where does it actually go by the direction of God. And I think that should actually be the third piece, guys. I digress here. That should be really, is being able to see and have vision, because ultimately we all think that we are in control of our lives. And to an extent we are, because there's free will. But the other extent is no, because there's a plan already in place for all of us. You just have to decide if you're going to follow that plan or not. Like I've said on prior episodes, God has sent these storms to us for shaping us on the inside, from the inside out. That still resonates with me. Get a little bit of goosebumps going on, because I always thought storms and problems were sent to me because I was doing something wrong. A storm is sent because God is trying to correct you, because you're going to either walk into some type of issue down the road that you couldn't see, or he's trying to redirect you, not just to avoid that issue down the road, but also to improve yourself from the inside out, your heart, your character, and what he's trying to shape you into. But maybe he has bigger and better plans. I know we don't always see that. One door closes, when God opens up another window. We always think that when a door closes, it should have been that way, and then we get upset and we're bothered by it. Not always the case. The case is just this: we need to have enough faith that translates into trust to ensure we understand what path we're on through God's direction. But if we continue to try to play God with our lives and go after plan B, plan C, plan D, it's only taking us that much longer to get on the path where God wants us to be. Yeah, I know. Waiting for a prayer for better health, better finances, that job that you want. Waiting sucks. I know. I've been in a pretty long waiting period on the business side. It's starting to come to a conclusion, but it's still there. But I've been waiting for a long time and I know how that feels. But in that time of waiting, I'm learning to draw closer to God by reading the good book, spending more quiet time with Him, and just reflecting, being thankful, having peace, working on my purpose, as in learning what my purpose is from God, and trying to share my wisdom with others from my challenges that I've gone through, my storms that I've been through. My story can help somebody else, and they don't have to go through it. So, guys, if you're in that waiting period, you're in a storm, have faith. Faith equals trust. But you have to believe that it's going to change. And it all starts with you putting your face into the good book. All right, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys on the other side.